Is not being circumcised in the US really a big deal? In Germany, only about 10% of all men are circumcised. Most for religious reasons. And some few BC of medical issues. The rest is proudly wearing its turtlenecks and is still getting laid. It's pretty common not to now. Most kids in California are not. As a circumcised guy with uncircumcised sons around 10 years old, it's not a big deal. This has never come up as an issue in real life. Unusually for an American baby in 1967 America, I was not circumcised. My dad worked as an orderly on a maternity ward and noticed how much more the boy babies cried, especially after wetting their diapers. I'm glad he spared me that pain. Circumcision is becoming less common in the US. It has been the cultural norm. But it is shifting. If the rest of the world manages without performing a painful surgical cosmetic procedure on babies' genitals, then likely it is not a necessary procedure. As circumcision is becoming less common in the US, I would not worry about hypothetical future partners having a preference. Your friends are just showing their ignorance and bias. As an adult who decided to get circumcised few years ago, I can confirm that the foreskin contains a ton of nerve endings that are really important and there for a reason. Sex is not the same. Your penis becomes less sensitive with time because the gland skin becomes calloused. Your son will be happy you didn't do that to him. I got circumcised just for the looks. Worst decision ever. I have told my boyfriend that when we have kids I don't want any of the boys to be circumcised. There are a lot of nerves that you are cutting off, and it also helps protect their penis. Why would you cut that off? There is no reason for it. Hell, I know people who are uncircumcised. My friends and I have had this discussion before. And I know people who are. I think it is becoming less popular now though. Good on you for this decision. Why do circumcised dudes want other dudes to be circumcised also? They try to sell the idea that it's better to be in the circumcised club. Middle-aged USA uncircumcised adult male. Beyond some comments when showering after football practice, it has not caused any trouble for me. We decided against it for our children. I suspect for your child it will be even less of an issue since circumcision is slowly becoming less popular. I've heard women complain about hygiene with uncircumcised men, but never encountered any hygiene issues with uncircumcised partners myself. So, yeah. That's a thing I guess. But as long as he keeps himself clean, which I think would sorta be a requirement anyway, I think he'll be fine. I assume you were planning to teach your child basic hygiene regardless. So, yeah, he'll be fine. Doesn't the foreskin contain loads of nerve endings? Circumcision is so weird and cruel emo. I am not from the US. I've seen 6 dicks and only one of them was circumcised. Dear Op, you are on the right side for your son. He'll be thankful. No one should be involuntarily circumcised. Thanks to pornography, a lot of people prefer innas on women, i.e. women without visible labia minora. Does circumcising a woman, or alternatively even cosmetically altering their labia, seem reasonable in pursuit of meeting these beauty standards? If it doesn't, then the whole circumcise them so they get laid down the line thing seems pretty fishy too. I just couldn't do it to my son. I was pressured to have it done to him by family members, but I just couldn't subject my baby to unnecessary pain. My dad saved my foreskin from those psycho doctors, and some people have said it's weird, but I don't give a shit. Still works and I don't need lotion to beat it. There is no good reason not to leave it for your son to decide later in life. No. An uncircumcised penis is not a big deal. And thankfully it's becoming less and less of a big deal as people learn what a horrific process it is. Don't come at me. I will die on this hill. Go watch a video of a circumcision being performed on a newborn baby boy and then tell me you're in favor of it. My husband is uncircumcised and so is our son. My husband has expressed that his foreskin is a huge part of the sexual pleasure he feels. The foreskin itself can be stimulated to orgasm. I have never once noticed a bad smell in that area. I don't find him to be unclean and I don't find him to be less clean than circumcised penises I've encountered. And I find his fully intact penis much more enjoyable than circumcised ones. Our son is little and at this stage in his life. And according to doctors, his foreskin is largely self-cleaning and doesn't need to be fussed over for cleaning. When he's older, we can explain to him that he can slightly pull it back in the shower. Swipe with a finger inside and rinse. A very simple, 10-second process that can be done in the shower. As uncircumcised guy in the States, I can tell you it hasn't been a big deal for me. I am circumcised as it was the norm back then. I learned around the 2010s thanks to the internet what this uncontrolled decision actually lost us. My mother even admitted that she wished she didn't, but again, it was the norm. When I learned I was to be a father 2 years ago, I was hoping for a boy and to not circumcise. The mother said her 5-year-old son was. So if it was a boy, it would have been a fight. We had a girl, so dodged something that would plague my mind if it was done behind my back. Let them choose when they grow up. Each person is different sensation-wise, and may or may not feel the need to get it done. Don't choose for them. He won't have a hard time at all. The push for circumcision in the US is cultural more than anything. There are no medical benefits to it. It's genital mutilation for no real purpose. Only in extreme circumstances is this needed and should never be just because someone says so. Stick to your guns and advocate for your child who at the moment has no voice of his own. I honestly never really thought about it until a few years back. It's cruel to do to a baby. I don't care about they won't remember it. That's so fucked up.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.